111. Better it is to live one day wise and meditative, than to live 100 years foolish and uncontrolled. 112. Better it is to live one day strenuous and resolute, than to live 100 years sluggish and dissipated. 113. Better it is to live one day seeing the rise and fall of things than to live as 100 years without ever seeing the rise and fall of things. 114. Better it is to live one day seeing the deathless, than to live 100 years without ever seeing the deathless. 115. Better it is to live one day seeing the supreme truth than to live 100 years without ever seeing the supreme truth. 116. Hasten to do good, restrain your mind from evil. He who is slow in doing good, his mind delights in evil. 117. Should a person commit evil, let him not do it again and again. Let him not find pleasure therein, for painful is the accumulation of evil. 118. Should a person do good, let him do it again and again, let him find pleasure therein, for blissful is the accumulation of good. 119. It may be well with the evildoer as long as the evil ripens not, but when it does ripen, then the evildoer sees the painful results of his evil deeds. 120. It may be ill with the door of good as long as the good ripens not, but when it does ripen, then the door of good sees the pleasant results of his good deeds. 121. Think not lightly of evil, saying, it will not come to me. Drop by drop is the water pot filled. Likewise, the fool, gathering it little by little, fills himself with evil. 122. Think not lightly of good, saying, it will not come to me. Drop by drop is the water pot filled. Likewise, the wise man, gathering it little by little, fills himself with good. 123. Just as a trader with a small escort and great wealth would avoid a perilous route, or just as one desiring to live avoids poison, even so should one shun evil. 124. If on the hand there is no wound, one may carry even poison in it. Poison does not affect one who is free from wounds. For him who does no evil, there is no ill. 125. Like fine dust thrown against the wind, evil falls back upon that fool who offends an inoffensive, pure and guiltless man. 126. Some are born in the womb, the wicked are born in hell, the devout go to heaven, the stainless pass into Nibbana. 127. Neither in the sky nor in mid-ocean, nor by entering into mountain clefts. Nowhere in the world is there a place where one may escape from the results of evil deeds. 128. Neither in the sky nor in mid-ocean, nor by entering into mountain clefts. Nowhere in the world is there a place where one will not be overcome by death. 129. All tremble at violence, all fear death. Putting oneself in the place of another, one should not kill nor cause another to kill. 130. All tremble at violence, life is dear to all. Putting oneself in the place of another, one should not kill nor cause another to kill. 131. one who, while himself seeking happiness, presses with violence other beings who also desire happiness, will not attain happiness hereafter. 132. One who, while himself seeking happiness, does not oppress with violence other beings who also desire happiness, will find happiness hereafter. 133. Speak not harshly to anyone, for those thus spo. Kenta might retort. Indeed, angry speech hurts, and retaliation may overtake you. 134. If, like a broken gong, you silence yourself, you have approached Nibbana, for vindictiveness is no longer in you. 135. Just as a cowherd drives the cattle to pasture with a staff, so do old age and death drive the life force of beings from existence to existence. 136. When the fool commits evil deeds, he does not realize their evil nature. The witless man is tormented by his own deeds, like one burnt by fire. 137. He who inflicts violence on those who are armed, and offends those who are inoffensive, will soon come upon one of these 10 states. 138 to 140. Sharp pain, or disaster, bodily injury, serious illness, or derangement of mind, trouble from the government, or grave charges, loss of relatives, or loss of wealth, or houses destroyed by ravaging fire, upon dissolution of the body that ignorant man is born in hell. 141. Neither going about naked, nor matted locks, nor filth, nor fasting, nor lying on the ground, nor smearing oneself with ashes and dust, nor sitting on the heels, in penance, can purify a mortal who has not overcome doubt. 142. Even though he be well attired, yet if he is posed, calm, controlled and established in the holy life, having set aside violence towards all beings, he, truly, is a holy man, a renunciate, a monk. 143. Only rarely is there a man in this world who, restrained by modesty, avoids reproach, as a thoroughbred horse avoids the whip. 144. Like a thoroughbred horse touched by the whip, be strenuous, be filled with spiritual yearning. By faith and moral purity, by effort and meditation, by investigation of the truth, by being rich in knowledge and virtue, and by being mindful, destroy this unlimited suffering. 145. Irrigators regulate the waters, fletchers straighten arrow shafts, carpenters shape wood, and the good control themselves. 146. When this world is ever ablaze, why this laughter? Why this jubilation? Shrouded in darkness, will you not see the light? 147. Behold this body, a painted image, a mass of heaped up sores, infirm, full of hankering, of which nothing is lasting or stable. 148. Fully worn out is this body, a nest of disease, and fragile. This foul mass breaks up, for death is the end of life. 149. These dove-colored bones are like gourds that lie scattered about in autumn. Having seen them, how can one seek delight? 150. This city, body, is built of bones, plastered with flesh and blood, Within are decay and death, pride and jealousy. 151. Even gorgeous royal chariots wear out, and indeed this body too wears out. But the Dhamma of the good does not age, thus the good make it known to the good. 152. The man of little learning grows old like a bull. He grows only in bulk, but his wisdom does not grow. 153. Through many a birth in samsara have I wandered, in vain, seeking in the builder of this house of life. Repeated birth is indeed suffering. 154. O house builder, you are seen, you will not build this house again, for your rafters are broken and your ridgepole shattered. My mind has reached the unconditioned, I have attained the destruction of craving. 13. 155. Those who in youth have not led the holy life, or have failed to acquire wealth, languish like old cranes in the pond without fish. 156. Those who in youth have not led the holy life, or have failed to acquire wealth, lie sighing over the past, like worn-out arrows, shot from a bow. 1. According to the commentary, these verses are the Buddha's song of victory, his first utterance after his enlightenment. The house is individualized existence in samsara, the house builder craving, the rafters the passions, and the ridgepole ignorance. The self. 157. If one holds oneself dear, one should diligently watch oneself. Let the wise man keep vigil during any of the 3 watches of the night. 158. One should first establish oneself in what is proper, then only should one instruct others. Thus, the wise man will not be reproached. 159. One should do what one teaches others to do. If one would train others, one should be well controlled oneself. Difficult, indeed, is self-control. 160. One truly is the protector of oneself. Who else could the protector be? With oneself fully controlled, one gains a mastery that is hard to gain. 161. The evil a witless man does by himself, born of himself and produced by himself, grinds him as a diamond grinds a hard gem. 162. Just as a single creeper strangles the tree on which it grows, even so a man who is exceedingly depraved harms himself as only an enemy might wish. 163. Easy to do are things that are bad and harmful to oneself, but exceedingly difficult to do are things that are good and beneficial. 164. Whoever, on account of perverted views, scorns the teaching of the perfected ones, the noble and righteous ones, that fool, like the bamboo, produces fruits only for self-destruction. 14. 165. By oneself is evil done, by oneself is one defiled. By oneself is evil left undone, by oneself is one made pure. Purity and impurity depended on one self, no one can purify another. 166. Let one not neglect one's own welfare for the sake of another, however great. Clearly understanding one's own welfare, let one be intent upon the good. 14. Certain reeds of the bamboo family perish immediately. after producing fruits. The World 167. Follow not the vulgar way, live not in heedlessness, hold not false views, linger not long in worldly existence. 168. Arise. Do not be heedless. Lead a righteous life. The righteous live happily both in this world and the next. 169. Lead a righteous life, lead not a base life. The righteous live happily both in this world and the next. 170. One who looks upon the world as a bubble and a mirage, him the king of death sees not. 171. Come, behold this world, which is like a deco-rated royal chariot. Here fools flounder, but the wise have no attachment to it. 172. He who having been heedless is heedless no more, illuminates this world like the moon freed from clouds. 173. He, who by good deeds covers the evil he has done, illuminates this world like the moon freed from clouds. 174. Blind is the world, here only a few possess in sight. Only a few, like birds escaping from the net, go to realms of bliss. 175. Swans fly on the path of the sun, men pass through the air by psychic powers, the wise are led away from the world after vanquishing Mara and his host. 176. For a liar who has violated the one law of truth, fullness, who holds in scorn the hereafter, there is no evil that he cannot do. 177. Truly, misers fare not to heavenly realms, nor, indeed, do fools praise generosity. But the wise man rejoices in giving, and by that alone does he become happy hereafter. 178. Better than sole sovereignty over the earth, better than going to heaven, better even than lordship over all the worlds is the supramundane fruition of stream entrance. 15. 15 Stream entry. Sotapatti, the first stage of supramundane attainment. The Buddha 179. By what track can you trace that trackless bud, Dar of limitless range, whose victory nothing can undo, whom none of the vanquished defilements can ever pursue? 180. By what track can you trace that trackless bud, Dar of limitless range, in whom exists no longer the entangling and embroiling craving that perpetuates becoming? 181. Those wise ones who are devoted to meditation, and who delight in the calm of renunciation, such mindful ones, supreme Buddhas, even the gods hold dear. 182. Hard is it to be born a man, hard is the life of mortals. Hard is it to gain the opportunity of hearing the sublime truth, and hard to encounter is the arising of the Buddhas. 183. To avoid all evil, to cultivate good, and to cleanse one's mind, this is the teaching of the Buddhas. 184. Enduring patience is the highest austerity. Nibbana is supreme, say the Buddhas. He is not a true monk who harms another, nor a true renunciate who oppresses others. 185. Not despising, not harming. Restraint according to the code of monastic discipline, moderation in food, dwelling in solitude, devotion to meditation, this is the teaching of the Buddhas. 186 to 187. There is no satisfying sensual desires, even with the rain of gold coins, for sensual pleasures give little satisfaction and much pain. Having understood this, the wise man finds no delight even in heavenly pleasures. The disciple of the Supreme Buddha delights in the destruction of craving. 188. Driven only by fear, do men go for refuge to many places, to hills, woods, groves, trees and shrines. 189. Such, indeed, is no safe refuge, such is not the refuge supreme. Not by resorting to such a refuge is one released from all suffering. 190 to 191. He who has gone for refuge to the Buddha, the teaching, and his order, penetrates with transcendental wisdom the Four Noble Truths, suffering, the cessation of suffering, and the Noble Eightfold Path leading to the cessation of suffering. 192. This indeed is the safe refuge, this the refuge supreme. Having gone to such a refuge, one is released from all suffering. 193. Hard to find is the thoroughbred man, the Buddha. He is not bomb everywhere. Where such a wise man is born, that clan thrives happily. 1. The order. Both the monastic order, Hiku Sangha, and the order of noble ones, Orya Sangha, who have reached the four supramundane stages. 194. Blessed is the birth of the Buddhas. Blessed is the enunciation of the sacred teaching, blessed is the harmony in the order, and blessed is the spiritual pursuit of the united truth seeker. 195 to 196. He who reveres those worthy of reverence, the Buddhas and their disciples, who have transcended all obstacles and passed beyond the reach of sorrow and lamentation, he who reveres such peaceful and fearless ones, his merit none can compute by any measure. 197. Happy indeed we live, friendly amidst the hostile. Amidst hostile men we dwell free from hatred. 198. Happy indeed we live, friendly amidst the afflicted by craving. Amidst afflicted men we dwell free from affliction. 199. Happy indeed we live, free from avarice amidst the avaricious. Amidst the avaricious men we dwell free from avarice. 200. Happy indeed we live, we who possess nothing. Feeders on joy we shall be, like the radiant gods. 201. Victory begets enmity, the defeated dwell in pain. Happily the peaceful live, discarding both victory and defeat. 202. There is no fire like lust and no crime like hatred. There is no ill like the aggregates of existence, and no bliss higher than the peace of Nibbana. 203. Hunger is the worst disease, conditioned things, the worst suffering. Knowing this as it really is, the wise realize Nibbana, the highest bliss. Aggregates of existence, Khanda. The 5 groups of factors into which the Buddha analyzes the living being: material form, feeling, perception, mental formations, and consciousness. 204. Health is the most precious gain and contentment, the greatest wealth. A trustworthy person is the best kinsman, Nibbana the highest bliss. 205. Having savored the taste of solitude and peace, of nibbana, pain-free and stainless he becomes, drinking deep the taste of the bliss of the truth. 206. Good is it to see the noble ones, to live with them is ever blissful. One will always be happy by not encountering fools. 207. Indeed, he who moves in the company of fools grieves for longing. Association with fools is ever painful, like partnership with an enemy. But association with the wise is happy, like meeting one's own kinsman. 208. Therefore, follow the noble one, who is steadfast, wise, learned, dutiful and devout. 1. Should follow only such a man, who is truly good and discerning, even as the moon follows the path of the stars. 12:209. Giving himself to things to be shunned and not exerting where exertion is needed, a seeker after pleasures, having given up his true welfare, Advise those intent upon theirs. 210. Seek no intimacy with the beloved and also not with the unloved, for not to see the beloved and to see the unloved, both are painful. 211. Therefore hold nothing dear, for separation from the dear is painful. There are no bonds for those who have nothing beloved or unloved. 212. From endearment springs grief, from endearment springs fear. From him who is wholly free from endearment there is no grief, whence then fear? 213. From affection springs grief, from affection springs fear. From him who is wholly free from affection there is no grief, whence then fear? 214. From attachment springs grief, from attachment springs fear. From him who is wholly free from attachment there is no grief, whence then fear? 215. From lust springs grief, from lust springs fear. From him who is wholly free from craving there is no grief, whence then fear? 216. From craving springs grief, from craving springs fear. From him who is wholly free from craving there is no grief, whence then fear? 217. People hold dear him who embodies virtue and insight, who is principled, has realized the truth, and who himself does what he ought to be doing. 218. One who is intent upon the ineffable, nibbana, dwells with mind inspired by supramundane wisdom, and is no more bound by sense pleas. Use, such a man is called one bound up. 219. When, after a long absence, a man safely returns from afar, his relatives, friends and well-wishers welcome him home on arrival. 220. As kinsmen welcome a dear one on arrival. Even so his own good deeds will welcome the door of good who has gone from this world to the next. One bound upstream, a non-retuma, anagami. 221. One should give up anger, renounce pride, and overcome all fetters. Suffering never befalls him who clings not to mind and body and is detached. 222. He who checks rising anger as a charioteer checks a rolling chariot, him I call a true charioteer. Others only hold the reins. 223. Overcome the angry by non-anger, overcome the wicked by goodness, overcome the miser by generosity, overcome the liar by truth. 224. Speak the truth, yield not to anger, when asked, give even if you only have a little. By these three means can one reach the presence of the gods. 225. Those sages who are inoffensive and ever strained in body, go to the deathless state, where, having gone, they grieve no more. 226. Those who are ever vigilant, who discipline themselves day and night, and are ever intent upon nibbana, their defilements fade away. 227. O Achala! Indeed, this is an ancient practice, not one only of today. They blame those who remain silent, they blame those speak much, they blame those who speak in moderation. There is none in the world who is not blamed. 228. There never was, there never will be, nor is there now a person who is wholly blamed or wholly praised. 229. But the man whom the wise praise, after observing him day after day, is one of flawless character, wise, and endowed with knowledge and virtue. 230. Who can blame such a one, as worthy as a coin of refined gold? Even the gods praise him. By Brahma, too, is he praised. 231. Let a man guard himself against irritability in bodily action, let him be controlled in deed. Abandoning bodily misconduct, let him practice good conduct in deed. 232. Let a man guard himself against irritability in speech, let him be controlled in speech. Abandoning verbal misconduct, let him practice good conduct in speech. 233. Let a man guard himself against irritability in thought, let him be controlled in mind. Abandoning mental misconduct, let him practice good conduct in thought. 234. The wise are controlled in bodily action, controlled in speech and controlled in thought. They are truly well controlled. 235. Like a withered leaf are you now, death's singers await you. You stand on the eve of your departure, yet you have made no provision for your journey. 236. Make an island for yourself. Strive hard and become wise. Read of impurities and cleansed of stain, you shall enter the celestial abode of the noble ones. 237. Your life has come to an end now, you are setting forth into the presence of Yama, the king of death. No resting place is there for you on the way, yet you have made no provision for the journey.